G'day guys, welcome to another video and another week. This is going up on a Monday, so I can say it's another week. What am I using? Well, hang on. Let's just say hi, thanks, wonderful, all that sort of stuff. This is my first video that I am adding my buy me a coffee link. If I've had quite a few people want to reach out to me, and some have asked me if they can send me money. Some people have said, can they send me things? And I honestly, I was a little dubious about doing this, but I'm just going to let you know, I did go ahead. I've set up a buy me a coffee. And if you would like to buy me a coffee, by all means, click on the link and follow the prompts. It's not a subscription. It's not anything like that. It's just for the people that wanted to help support my scrapbooking on this channel. Obviously supplies get expensive after a while, so that's why I decided that I would do that. So now, moving on from there, I am playing with some patterns. Now, this is the Echo Park Be Happy collection, and when I find a collection that I absolutely adore, before I get down to tiny strips and bits and pieces, I like to do one layout that has all of the, or most of the patterns used on the page, because I really like going through my albums, and sometimes I like a super simple layout, but then there's pages like this where it's not difficult, it's not hard, it's just it's repetitive. So it's just like quilting, you know, you've got to line your bits and pieces up. It's that kind of thing. And whilst that's not for everybody, I think it's got a place even in my scrapbooks, where in my albums, where I go, I want to be able to have at least one layout that I can see all the goodness from that particular collection. Now, that is why I do these. There's quite a few. I did it with the Echo Park. There was another one where I smashed the pad. I got 48 sheets of it. I can't think of what the name of it was. It was very autumnal colours. It was beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Loved it. I used that entire paper pad. There was nothing left of that one. I've also done it with the Simple Stories vintage, the Indigo Garden collection, and it was stunning as well. Now, I've cut these squares at 1.5 inches, 1.5 by 1.5, they're squares, duh. So I decided that I needed to put a border around the outside, because I'm still going through my border phase, guys. I have not got over my border phase, so I wanted a border on there. So I grabbed out some washi tape, and I thought, oh, I'll grab this one. And I just reached in, pulled this black and gold washi tape out. Anyway, I put it down around the border because that's the width I wanted. I wanted a 1/2 inch border, and I put it down, and it was sort of about here that I realized, actually, that goes really well. So I wasn't going to leave the washi tape on there. I was actually going to take it off completely. Pardon me, hiccups. I just had lunch. Yeah. So I decided that I would go ahead and put the washi tape down to remove it. But then I liked it, so I decided to leave it on there. Why not? So I'm just gluing all these squares down. I have gone around the edge of all of them and distressed it. And distressed all of them. Every so often you see me there where I've missed an edge. What I actually did was I held all of the squares in my hand, or I bundled them about 4 or 5, and I distressed the edges of 4 or 5 at the same time, because I wanted it to be distressed, but I didn't want it to be all ripped up. So that's why I did it like that, and I absolutely loved how it turned out. Now, did I get my measurements perfect? No, I did not. If you look at this here in a second, you will see that there's a larger gap at the top than down the bottom. It's okay. Don't stress. I have got a theory where there is a will, there is a way. There's always a way around my mistakes, my boo-boos. I will figure it out. So as you can see, it's up the top there at the moment, but I'm actually thinking about how I'm going to fix it whilst I continue. Now I'm going in and I'm heavily matting my photo. This is a photo of my Chihuahua. This one's my girl. This is Lexi. She loves to sit and watch the plebs beneath her. She is dead set the epitome of a Chihuahua. She literally will, if you're looking for the dogs, okay, we got 4 dogs, right? And they're all teeny tiny dogs. If you're looking for any of the dogs, you need to look up, because Lexi, guaranteed 100%, she will be at the highest point she can possibly be for whatever she's doing, whether it's sitting on the lounge, whether it's I'm in the craft room and she's keeping guard of the house, you know. Most of the time she's under the desk with me, which is great. But she, yeah, she's usually in the lounge room, and she's either sitting on the windowsill like she is in this photo, or she is sitting on my lounge, the arm of my lounge, up nice and high so she can see absolutely everything and bark at anything and everything that moves. It is so irritating when she does that. But she has been getting better. If you're an Aussie, you will know what I'm talking about. We've had this dog show on TV, and I think it's the Godfather or the Dog Father or something. I can't remember what it's called. But it's this English guy, and he came out, and he basically goes to ill-behaved dogs to work out the problem. 99.99% it's the owner. And I realised that after watching it, I realised it was me too. Because, you know, your dog barks, so you yell at your dog to stop barking. And that's what I've been doing. That's what we've all been doing, especially with Lexi. You yell to try and get them to stop. But he actually said something, and it totally resonated with me. He said, by you barking, you sound like another Chihuahua yelling at him. You're yelling at your dog. So it's just basically all they're hearing is aggression and loud. So when they bark, if you just talk really quietly to them, it works. I kid you not. It's worked. She's totally calmed down, because obviously I was making her worse, or we were all making her worse. So, but anyway, that's just story of the day. So yeah, we got through that whilst I'm fussy cutting, because fussy cutting is pretty boring. So I have sped this up big time. I did slow down one bit, a little bit, just so I could show you how I did it, because to be honest with you, I can't really explain. I'm going to try to explain how I did it. I think I've worked out how I'm going to say it so that you understand. It's coming up in the next little bit. When I put my title down, I wanted to add some shimmer to this page. Now, normally when it comes to these sort of the Simple Stories collections, I kind of don't add too much glitter, shimmer and shine to them, because I don't know, they just feel good. They feel rich. They don't feel like they need sparkle, if that makes sense. So anyway, so I went ahead and I cut it out, cut the title out, then I added it to some gold cardstock. That is just the cardstock that I bought from, it's called Anko, the Kmart brand. It is so good. The glitter doesn't come off. It's an anti-shedding glitter. It is so good. And they've got a couple of different colors and shades of the glitter cardstock in each pack. So I think they were only like $5. So good. Bargain of the century. So I matted the Be Beautiful on the gold, and now I'm just putting a white around that, not to be over the top, but just to let it pop off the page a little bit. Now it's still not popping off the page. It's blending in way too much. So I realize, because when we do layouts like this, it's really important to be able to separate your photo and separate your title or your journaling from all the busy pattern underneath. So that's where I come in, either with my white or my black or whatever, depending on, you know, in this case, I've used white. I didn't go black because I thought that'd just make it even darker again. So I went ahead and I did that, and I'm really happy with where it's going, but I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to go about this. Now, here is what I decided to do. Pulled out a doily, I folded it in half exactly, and then I folded those two pieces in half again. Then I opened it out and went halves again. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So I'm kind of making two cones. I hope that makes sense. I don't know how else to explain it. So with the doily, I folded it in half once, perfect in half. Then I measured exactly halfway across the doily. And at that point, I put my ruler and I folded both sides into the center. So essentially then I had quarter of what I was doing. Then here you go. I do it again here. So I fold it in half once. And then in a second, I measure halfway. And then I put my ruler there and I fold up to the ruler. And I do the same on the other side. And then I fan those sides out and split them in half. I hope that makes sense. Hopefully you can see that. And it actually is quite cute. I really did like it. And I wasn't sure. I just needed something underneath the beautiful, but I didn't want it to be overpowering. So let me know. What do you think? Do you reckon that works? Do you think it's too not quite? Did I miss the mark a little bit with it? I don't know. You tell me. I'll let you be the judge of whether you like it or whether you don't. I tell you what, this Uniball Signo pen does my head in. I try every single time, all different bits of paper, I try it, and it just doesn't work on them. So I pulled out the old Posca. Because the U had white dots through the center of it, I wanted to do the same thing on the other parts of the word, just so it all flows. Because when it's on the card and the three are together, you know obviously what it says. But I wanted to just go ahead and add in here the dots so it's cohesive. Now I think it looks a little bit better. And this is me. I fussy cut some of those flowers. I didn't make you watch me fussy cut them because that's boring. So I love fussy cutting. Since I got these mini snips, these Tim Holtz mini snips, I will fussy cut anything that sits still long enough. I love it. I don't know. It's just so relaxing for me to do. So I've gone around and I've just fussy cut some of these flowers and I'm just tucking them all in and around the title. I'm adding some of those green leaves on there because there is green on the pattern papers. And there's a big chunk of green in the photo as well. So it ties it in. That's a third lot of green. There's plenty of black going on, so I know that's right. And there's plenty of white going on, which is perfect. The flowers have yellow in it. So everything on this layout is times 3, basically. So yeah, I'm happy with it. So far, so good. So I am going ahead, putting these down. I did forget to curl my leaves and stuff. So you do see me going in there and being a bit rough and curling up the leaves. All I do is I get my tweezers and I pinch the leaves around my tweezers. So it helps me keep them pointy and it gives a little bit of dimension, but it's the sort of dimension that if need be, it could squash down flat in the album and it's not going to make the layout look any worse. So I really, really liked it. Now, don't discard your half flowers or your half leaves or whatever, because they're the things that you go ahead and tuck in behind bits and pieces. So that flower at the top there, that's only half a flower, but the leaves and then putting another small flower with it, you don't even realize that it's half a flower. So always keep those things because you can always put them down and use them somewhere else. So I'm just trying to fill it out with some flowers and I'm taking a photo of it for some reason. I'm not sure why I did that, but actually I think I do. I think I was talking to Carol at the time. I think I sent her a photo of it. So yeah, it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm really, really quite happy with it. So I have disappeared for some reason. I don't know why I disappeared there. But anyway. So I'm just tucking the rest of these flowers and stuff in there. That, you know, it is what it is. I'm going to do my shameless plug now. I'm trying to increase my subscribers because that's just a little side thing. It's to no benefit whatsoever to increase my subscribers. However, it does get YouTube to, it's one of the elements that get YouTube to push my videos onto pages to people that are looking up like scrapbooking, how to scrapbook, how to fussy cut, how do I create a layout, how do I bring it together, all those sort of questions. When they're put into the search tool, by subscribing, liking and commenting on my videos, it makes the algorithm push it out there to those people that are looking for similar content to what you just watched. So that's why I always do my shameless plug, to hit the like button. If you're getting value from my videos, hit the like button. That one is massive. And everything you do on my channel is free. So like I said, I've done the buy me a coffee. I'll have that link in the description below. If you want to do that, it's not necessary, but if you want to, basically anything and everything that I get as far as YouTube ads and buy me a coffee, it goes straight back into supplies to show you guys and teach you guys with. So yeah, so that's awesome. So thank you so much for your support, guys. Now I am coming in with my liquid pearls. I love these things. Wowza. Gotta say, I absolutely adore these things. They're fantastic. I always use them in the center of my flowers. You know, it gives a little bit of added dimension, a bit of metallic fleck. I do have the metallic gold going around the outside, but by adding it into the center of the flowers, it's just duplicating it on the layout. It's fantastic. I love it. So what am I doing? Yes. Okay, sorry, I just got a message. I had to quickly deal with that. Okay, so this is my layout. I'm about to fit. No, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you what I do with that strip at the bottom. Did anyone notice that I turned the page around? So I've put the large strip at the very bottom, and that's where I'm going to put my journaling on this particular layout, and it's going to tie it all together. I did want to go around each square. I was going to do this with stitching. I was going to machine stitch it together, but I thought that my machine may not cope with the fact that they're all roughed up. So I decided that I would just draw around each box, and that will help separate it into each other's box. So I'm using white on the black ones, and I'm using black on the lighter colors. And I think that's a really cute touch, something different. And yeah, so that is my layout, guys. I will have everything listed below, which is not very much. I will have it all listed below, everything that I touched. I'll have all my other links to my Facebook group, and we have got a really good little Facebook group over there if you like checking out the photos up close so that you can copy them, or, you know, if there's an element that you like and you might want to sort of have a deep dive look at it a little bit more, I take a stack of photos of each layout and I put them all over on the Facebook group. I do put a layout up on Instagram as well, but the Facebook group is where I take, you know, when you can really zoom in on a photo and you do that and then you're able to look at it a little bit closer. You can copy it. If you're like me, that's what you can do. So that's why I do it like that. So here's the close-ups for you guys. Thank you so much. If you stuck with me, thank you so much for that. I will be back with another video tomorrow. There you go. You can see all that shiny glimmer of the glitter, and can you see how the doilies are sitting up? They're actually got a bit of texture, but doilies are so thin that it can squash down flat and it'll be fine. So I love all the texture and all the colors and the pattern on this one. But can you see that the hearts are upside down? There you go. If you didn't watch it all all the way to here, you won't know that I made a big mistake on there. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will be back tomorrow with another video. Bye for now.